Hello world, my name is Andy Silvers, and today we're going to talk again about the HP Dev 1. Alright, so my name is Andy Silvers. I am an author, YouTuber, and award-winning filmmaker. And today we're going to talk a little bit about a laptop I made a video previously about. The HP Dev 1. If you've never heard of it, that's okay. We're going to talk about it in this video. But first, I would like to note that the channel is not currently monetized, so if you would like to support me, please consider liking and subscribing. However, if you want to support me more directly, you can check out my books. Currently, I have 3 of them. This one is my most recent. It is a contemporary fantasy called Solomon Grando versus the Jupiter Witch. It is a really exciting story. If you like the Marvel movies and you like the tone and feel of those, then I think you will like this story. It's about a vampire who has to save the world by preventing an epidemic from becoming a pandemic, so very timely. It's got a lot of action and magic. It's just a really awesome story all around. So check it out, and my 2 other books at the link in the video description. That one is for ages 16 and up, but my other 2 books are for ages 3 to 6 for toddlers, and then another one for ages 8 to 12 for what you might call middle grade. So please check those out. All of them are available now. Anyway, the reason I'm posting this video is because there is exciting news in the computer space. Exciting news that has gone kinda under the radar because HP, and to my knowledge, their partner for this, System 76, have not made a lot of fanfare about this fairly exciting announcement. So, basically, there's a laptop called the HP Dev 1, which stands for Developer 1. It is HP's first and currently only collaboration with System 76, which is a company that makes sort of custom laptop and desktop solutions using Linux, a custom version of Linux called Pop! OS, which is available for free to download if you'd like to try it out. Anyway, this laptop is really interesting because it came out of nowhere. It exists on its own website. You will not find the Dev 1 on HP's main website. And I think the reason they did this is because they want to make it easy to find for people using the HP Dev 1 who need to download firmware updates through Linux itself. So it's a very thoughtful computer. I'm not going to go through all the specs because that's not the point of the video. Instead, I will just give a brief summary so that you have a base of understanding for how exciting this announcement basically is. So the Dev 1 features Pop! OS. It's installed out of the box. You don't have to download it yourself. It has an 8-core Ryzen 7 CPU, which is indeed a very powerful CPU, especially for a thin and light. It's the Ryzen 7 Pro 5850U. Then it has 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, dual channel memory. There are 2 RAM slots. It has a terabyte PCIe storage. It is not Gen 4, but I don't think that CPU supports Gen 4. If it does, you can upgrade the SSD yourself. And it has a 14-inch, it's a 14-inch laptop with a 1080p Full HD display. HP says the display is 1000 nits, but my research shows it's more like 800, but that is a lot of brightness for a 14-inch device. The CPU has a boost clock of 4.4 gigahertz. The base is 1.9. 16 megabytes of level 3 cache. So it is a fairly powerful CPU. Most of the stuff in the computer is upgradable. The CPU isn't, but the RAM is, the SSD is, and I believe the Wi-Fi card as well. So it is a very user-serviceable computer with an awesome port selection. There are 2 USB Type-A ports, 1 HDMI out, I believe it's HDMI 2.0, and 2 USB-C ports. They are not Thunderbolt 4 because in some sense, AMD Ryzen CPUs don't support Thunderbolt. Of course, they can, but they generally don't. And it has a Kensington lock slot as well as a headphone-microphone combo jack. Now, one thing that people argue with me in the comments in previous video was that I said that it used the body. The laptop reuses the body from the HP ZBook Firefly 14 G8. People said it was actually the body of the EliteBook 845. And the answer is, I think it's both. I think that it is the EliteBook 845 body, but I think that HP modified it a little bit. And one of the reasons I think it's closer to the ZBook is because of the dark sort of space gray finish. This laptop literally right here is a ZBook. And the actual sort of color scheme and tone of the metal looks identical to the Dev 1. Anyway, the Dev 1 was a really amazing computer when it came out because it came out kind of out of nowhere. And it came out for a very reasonable price of $1,099, $1,100. So that is a very reasonable price. I have been to Walmart and Sam's Club and Best Buy, and I can tell you that I have seen laptops that cost more money than this that have worse either specs or just design. They're all plastic. It feels flimsy. Because this laptop is based on the ZBook and or EliteBook body design, it's very, very rigid, and it's very well put together. It's not going to bend or flex on you. And it has an extremely nice keyboard because, of course, the EliteBooks are for business professionals doing a lot of typing and so on and so forth. It's got a very nice trackpad. The screen is actually kind of incredible considering the price point. In fact, this laptop is not, it doesn't necessarily blow you away on the surface level, but it's what's underneath that makes it so fascinating. Because it started at $1,100 new. But guess what? And then the main point of this video is to let you know that until January 30th, which is this month, while supplies last, you can get this this laptop for $880, which is $220 off. I repeat, $220 off with the discount code TAKE220. If you type in all caps Take 220, you will get the discount. You cannot buy more than one using the discount. And like I say, the code expires January 30th unless the stock runs out before then. But I don't think a lot of people know about this deal, actually. So you probably can get one. If you're seeing this video, you can probably get one. And the reason that's such an incredible deal is at $880, it's almost unbeatable. An 8-core Ryzen CPU, coupled with 16 gigs of DDR4 memory, I mean, it's about as good as a laptop can get at that price. It's worth noting that it does not have a dedicated graphics card. The graphics card is integrated into the CPU. But, you know, for the money, it's an incredible bargain. And this device is marketed at software developers. So if you do quote-unquote lighter work, like software development, if you're an author, if you do 1080p video editing as opposed to maybe 4K video editing, although some 4K could still work for certain. If you do a bunch of different kinds of lighter work, I mean, you know, this device is going to be incredible for those applications. So it's really a great CPU overall. And if you do, like I said, lower end work, not low end, but lower end, this laptop at this price is basically unbeatable. I mean, you're really not going to find very many computers that are this price, $880, with this much performance in them. And if you don't care for Pop! OS, you can always switch it to either another kernel of Linux like Ubuntu or, for example, Red Hat. There's so many different options, and you can, of course, put Windows 10 on it if you want to. So this device is a really exciting computer, and at the price that it's currently marked down, $220 off, it's pretty much unbeatable. And there is, the device ships in 1 to 2 days, and there is a 30-day return policy. So you really don't have a lot to lose by at least checking it out and seeing what it's all about. The last thing I want to mention is the screen. So the screen is 1080p which is more than enough resolution, generally speaking, for a 14-inch device. It is a roughly 750 to 800 nits in practice, and it is a glossy display, which normally would mean it's a touchscreen, but it is not a touchscreen. But nevertheless, it is a very bright display, so if you're working in an office or a library or something with large windows and ambient light, you'll be able to use this device just fine. It is an incredibly good bargain. So this video is not sponsored, although HP, if they want to give me a check or something, I wouldn't say no. But this video is not sponsored, but I just want to let you know about an awesome tech deal, because again, this isn't on HP's main website, so far as I'm aware, so no one would see it. HP at the top of their website will show you all the monthly or weekly deals they have, but this laptop's not going to be in there. So in order to find out about it, you kind of have to stumble across it. So anyway, let me know what you think about this laptop at this current price of $880. In the comment section below, let me know what other devices you want me to cover, what other tech-related concepts you want me to cover. And as always, like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.